3, 2, 1. Danganronpa.
Konnichiwa, my gamers, JeremiahTheAnimeBoy here, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy. Before anything, guys, why was someone spoiled? What's gonna happen next in the episode? Just don't do it, okay? If you guys gonna spoil, just do it somewhere else and keep to yourself. If you spoil, that breaks my heart. Why? Our comment is now able to begin to move one after another. And then the ultimate martial arts! Hey, who's the smile face boy? The welcome on a mystery! What? What the? Oh! I just recently discovered the power of narcotics! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss it in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed!
For example, you hit the pack and you find a dead body! XD! Oh god. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse? Remember how great someone is? If you put in the sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed!
For example, do you have 100 friends? Maybe? Guess what? That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait!
Okay.
I can't wait!
Please kiss on the elevator. I'll see you down there. Look at him dancing. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at
I
me!
don't think I'm matching casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? What the heck? Whatever. Either way, the truth is to be this thing up because no doubt one of us is the cult. The killer, the one who murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. How? And the person in here, the person is one of us? Taco, look at you. Because I didn't do it! How many times I have to tell you? I don't know.
Don't look
I
at me!
said it before, I said it again. It wasn't me. It's not you. I know that. The cop is one of us. Make no mistake about that. Yep. You're not anything. What the heck? How can you stand to say you didn't do it without inflicting a sweat? Don't move! Hey, saying what isn't here going to do any good. Let's get going. Agreed. Come on, time to put the entrance. I made my towards the elevator, but with the step that I felt I was moving further and further away from the goal. I could feel a chilling fear when doing me, trying to make me root from the inside out. No matter how many times I can do this, I never get easier. We come to our steel prison in total silence. We watched the door close, and I felt began seeing distance. Oh my god, there's less of us. That's sad, honestly. The elevator door under the ultimate cooking sound. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, it's done. The fight was over. The door opened up once again. The design looks Indian. There's 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that's like your fault all left. I wonder where the classroom and with lesson again? Or will school life come to end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You will now the drill find your seats. Shut. It's a cover about the whole time. A daily judgment, a deadly betrayal, a daily will, a daily defense, a daily faith, a deadly class trial. Focus joins the score, even doing non-stop debate, human gathering, and debate cost for. Yeah, I locked that from who again?
Now then. Where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Huh?
Whoa! Deja vu.
Yeah,
The
agreed.
one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
It's not confirmed yet.
Idiot.
Hey!
I had nothing to do with it.
It can't be her either.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of the three is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing that. We gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. No, I gotta be careful. Ayo's account, aka Hina's account. Better be careful.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive.
Motive?
You hated her.
Is that really it?
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
I don't know if heroes would.
That's the only reason.
Yep, got away.
No, it's wrong.
I knew it. My boy needs to keep up the good work.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died.
Yes.
So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Oh, Hina, please calm down. I can't disagree with Hina. Those could be suspect all three of them. That doesn't mean one of them did it. I don't think it's one of them, Hina. Can you stop? Pocket trash. Oh, is this a new hero? Maybe. Or Sakura.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
Maybe, but
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
that can't be it.
I didn't either.
Yeah, that's true. That part.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
You sure, girl?
No, it's wrong.
I feel like you did see her. Cause that trash we saw?
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
Yeah.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots?
Candy!
That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
Yeah, where
From
did you?
Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Oh, Sakura.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but
Don't deny it!
she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
How come you forgot? But Hiro would say it can't be right. Okay, Sakura could go to Garden King after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know is that... bottom.
I got it!
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if
Yeah.
that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Ah!
What a sudden hostility.
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
There's
You're
always...
acting incredibly suspicious.
Kind of.
You're acting incredibly suspicious. It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Oh, really?
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Why would a shy image even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
That was just Taka, actually.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
No way.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
The camera see the
Hiro,
truth.
hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh? Hold on. Well, I found the message. It was... was it... under? Oh shit.
I
It
got
was
it!
on! Stupid of
Kyoko,
me.
You found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Nope.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense!
False information! There's definitely something strange about it. Carl could find a dying message during the ocean, in which case, the clearly goes the hero was told us. Oh boy. Let's see what he's gonna say. Magazine dying message. Okay.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
What?
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I
Yeah?
found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Yes.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I don't know if it's true, guy. I'm gonna figure it out.
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
Finally!
No, it's wrong.
Jeez! That's it! How did it happen?
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Dumbass.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
Don't say
I
her.
don't even know where to begin with that one.
Me either.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
No.
100%! Without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
It can't be. Without a doubt? No, I don't doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. I knew it. It can't be. Oh, we're doing this now? Okay. Die. What? Oh, final strike. Here we go.
Show me the proof.
Kako sausages.
This should prove it.
Right there.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Yeah.
What?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
It could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
David, touch me.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So you.
He admits it.
So you're trying to frame Toko, my yandere girl. Don't you dare do that.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You admit to kill her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got
I don't
there,
blame him though. Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
No.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
There's no way.
So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
What?
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
How dare you use Toko?
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
Okay, I'll roast you. But look at your hair. Your hair looks like weed. The smell god.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
Eh?
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
Thank you, Thank
What
you.
are you talking about? What else could there be?
Don't deny her.
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what does he do that doesn't make sense? What will we have to do after waiting for the message? Doesn't make sense. What he didn't use? No. Why the magazine was hidden?
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I believe he
I don't
is.
see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone with Wendell is only one choice. I think it's Toko?
I got it!
Yeah, Toko.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
No.
Hiro just admitted it.
It wasn't him.
That's right. I killed her.
No.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I did.
Don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
Be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
It can't be.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the chase just yet. Hiro isn't the really killer, and I have to prove that. You know, I believe he isn't the killer in this part of the case. Maybe it's
I
some.
didn't want to, but I did it.
Maybe it's this one.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
Damn.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
No, it isn't.
Yeah, just once.
Just once, huh? You sure about that, buddy? I think there's more to that part.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
She has 2.
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
The mouth.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
No.
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
Those two missing?
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Yeah, definitely.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
Yeah, definitely.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Yeah, it's clear to me. The character in the Monokuma bottle, I feel like it's starting to become clear. The question must be is larger than what the food inside this bottle is holding. Oh, I hate this! Heavy gambling? Okay, CH. Chess piece! I need E. Oh, give me a T, I need a T! T! Oh, it's S. Oh, it's gone. I didn't know E at place. Oh, that was T!
Now I understand.
So, it's chess piece. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore.
That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
They're different.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4.
Yes.
And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Yep.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Ow.
Yeah! Wait, no, that's not what I mean.
God.
So, let's say a bottle did go missing.
It is.
There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case.
Yes, it is.
That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
She agrees. I agree.
How is it clear?
We'll tell you,
Think
Toko.
about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, and the bottle was missing? That was missing. It was completely insulated. Shit. It was broken.
I got it!
I should have listened to my gut.
The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
We'll show you. It's a single book, and the evidence is proof that it is. Kaga and I figured out before. Okay, where was it? Was it the anti-protein drink? Oh shit. Monokuma's body experiment.
I got it!
It should have been that in the first place.
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment.
I should have picked the
We
first place.
compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
Yeah, definitely.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces,
Ooh.
which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove. But
why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be a note of the second missing Marco Ball who was won the case. It must be used by some bullet did. That's weird. Sakura's second attacker.
I got it!
Second attacker?
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Ooh.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
I want to hear it too.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Dude, don't get mad at him.
The shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Ew.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Locker! Locker!
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous.
It was the locker room.
Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not just at all. I need to put a show to hide in the rec room, and I think she left and was able to find. Oh, and the Emma has bullet time battle? Sure! So far, you've probably been tapped the scenes during the final strike, but now you're gonna pay a little extra attention now that you can choose the top triplet to use. This is just time to waste doing the non-stop face, simple tap and hold. I also like to debate if you're a large triplet to send to car, you have no feel good. But visual purpose, you're going to pretend you set them in regardless. Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. You go you. Well then, good luck and have fun! I know I'm halfway through the game, so what we'll do? Oh, we're doing this again? Okay, Toko! Sorry to deal with you.
It's a lie!
A lie? Oh, final strike.
That's enough!
Oh wait, that's the wrong one! Locker, 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 locker! What is it?
That's enough!
Locker! Oh, I hate that part! Damn, that's different from the good ones.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does his handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Your hand!
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yep.
Yeah!
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Damn!
She just straight up admitted it.
There you go, better than you.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Maybe?
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
She's trying to think.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Kind of?
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Hey.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling.
What?
And when I turned around,
Who was it? It was her.
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her. Huh? You mean?
Haha, guess who's back?
Of course, Genocide Jack.
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't in a...
And when it
Oh,
was
should I skip?
all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Damn.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on! That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre! So that's good!
Sure, that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought I'm sure you had some word for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Agreed.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
I did.
Odd. Huh?
What do you mean odd?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Damn. It's not over yet? Is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Oh shit. Actually, that who killed her? Oh shit. Oh, maybe it's yellow powder. I think it's yellow powder. It has to be yellow powder.
I was just and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
So she
And
did.
where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
I don't see you, honestly.
I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Oh my god, it was the status of Sakura's body. Why did that take forever for me to figure it out?
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair.
Yep.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
I don't know about that.
Sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. Given the proof that we're talking about the magazine shelf. Oh, this one maybe.
I got
Yeah! There you go.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Obviously.
There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No.
While everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No.
I don't think that's possible.
There's no way. There's no Toko's hiding the locker is because the locker was too small. No, that can't be it. I saw it for myself.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside.
It was already
And at
open.
that point, the locker was already open.
It was already open.
So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we be resistant to poison? Visiting cause explosion? Maybe it's... what could it be? I gotta figure that out. If it's 3... Oh, I hate this! Maybe I use yellow powder. Or Hina's account?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
I don't know, dude.
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Maybe it's yellow powder. If it's one doesn't matter.
I can't think of anything.
Wait.
No, it's wrong.
So it was the Monokuma file thing? I don't think it used that.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
Not like that.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Yeah, it is.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely,
Powder!
Sakura was poisoned.
Yes.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Yes, it was.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Okay, I'll listen.
But you're the only one talking.
Agreed.
Key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Yes.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Chemical C9.
Is that the poison?
Yeah.
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Bob Puzzle showed us. I showed him where he got it. It wasn't saying show supply. I'm positive. A.
I got it!
You know why? I know it was A.
Poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
It got
Strange,
switched.
isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Hmm? What the? He was drinking. Why are you drinking, dude? Why can't I put the bottle of poison in his lips and...
Master!
When he stuck up to sing, all we could see stand and watch. But as the rules actually, the world Baku was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
True.
No! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Cock above the hook and scrape out the bottle cutting with a finger. Just a finger with her tongue.
This is... It's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with the poison powder, which would mean the poison must have been... Could it be... Oh... We're doing it again? Seriously? I don't like this! Okay, let me figure this out. Is it protein? I know it's I. T. Shit. It's E. There you go. Drink. And I need K. I saw a K somewhere. Okay. There you go.
Now
You know, that
understand.
wasn't hard. It was easy to figure it out. At least those good ones.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Oh jeez. This thing is seeing? A protein drink, right?
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
Yeah, definitely.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
Maybe.
You know?
I mean, yeah, it
I
is.
do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
No.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Who
For
did?
real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Then who would have done it? There's a show that it has to be... It must have been found on the shelf. Footprints, right?
I got it!
There's the footprints.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf.
Definitely.
That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Why, Hina?
Hina?
Hina did it? No, I don't want to believe it.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Hina? No.
I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
I don't think it was her, though. I don't feel it was her.
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
Yeah, but...
And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Her. Sneakers, huh? Oh, wait, sneakers here. Makoto and Hina.
I got it!
Sadly!
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
The film must have been... Makoto, aren't they yours? No! Okay, let me see your shoes and I can run the size for myself. It wasn't hers.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
Yeah.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her.
Damn.
She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
I don't know what's up.
Is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
You sure it was her?
And then she downed and
At once.
And then
Hold it!
Thank you, Kyogi.
I'm not convinced.
There's no way.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
It's true, though.
Funny words like friendship don't matter here.
Yes, they
What
do.
matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
You, of course.
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well,
Oh, shit.
that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And
Exactly.
if I do,
Yeah, it was her.
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that?
True.
Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
he's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Clean up.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail?
Oh,
Tell
God.
us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
It kinda does.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Doubt.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Top to bottom.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yep.
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
Don't call yourself that.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf.
Oh no.
And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
But if that's true... Isn't that a little strange? Yeah, kind of.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
No, I'm not!
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Once. How long? Until we figure it out. Time for the full truth of the case. No, it's just getting tiring all of a sudden. Is it either the middle or the top one? Or the bottom one, I don't know.
First, I went to Section C.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
Yes.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Shut up!
I moved from Section C.
It has to be this one, right? Oh, yes!
No!
Oh, I was nervous! Shit! Thank goodness I found this.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein.
Yeah.
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
She said it a second ago. I was just nervous, so I didn't know I left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
It's moving different
The
directions though.
powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What's going sideways?
What the hell? What's going on here?
She's getting confused.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
Is Togami okay though?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
The evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Please calm down,
Are you
dude.
sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was
Yeah.
hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Look at that smile.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
Please stop.
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Shout out to the found the person's body. I think I remember now. I broke something that same shabu. The rec room window.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
What was about the poison that has been broken in the rec room window? According to what he told us. Section C, right? Shit! Section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
No, she's not.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? That can wasn't there when she died. How did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Nope.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
Please.
How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can do because there's evidence. I thought that someone bought the poison can be the rec room after I opened it. Oh my god. I think Tagami needs to calm the fuck down. At least. I think it's the minimum empty protein drink.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
No, that can't be it though.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
What is going on with him?
It had to...
I knew it.
No, what's wrong?
Oh god.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course! It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
You're so mad.
Those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation.
Please come down.
Yoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why.
Honestly,
The
either.
only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
I have a
You're
feeling.
saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already! Sorry. Please, tell us.
Damn, finally apologize.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other
Oh
thing.
my god,
We
please!
need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
I don't think so.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison to color lab and brought to the rec room, it has to been Sakura.
I got it!
Knew it!
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about?
Maybe.
There's
That's a
no
maybe
way.
right there.
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying!
What?
Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it was not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Her way showed me the evidence I needed. I had to hit Hina with it. I had to make her accept it. I was thinking another thing. Oh my god, this is the third moment of truth for the dozenth episode.
You're a liar!
No, I'm not.
I hate you!
You hate me? What? Final strike.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the
Yellow
poison?
powder.
This should prove it.
Hina, why? This breaks my heart, you know, as Hina.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
You didn't look?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Yeah.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But
Nope.
why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
She did. The one who killed Sakura, the difference between Sakura and the poison involved Michigan's locked room, there's only one way to explain it. It's like someone, I know who did it. I know who did. Where is she? Herself!
Here's my answer.
She did herself.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Sadly. What?
The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it.
Me
But when
either!
you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it!
I was about to pick the middle
locked
one,
room
but it
mystery
wasn't
was
it.
created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
She's fine.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
Wait, she did that?
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On the shaky leg, he left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
How long is this thing I'm dealing with? Jeez. I got everyone. Okay. Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed? I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
She did that
Honestly,
too?
I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
She's trying
That's
to...
enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is.
It is.
Actually, no. You're right.
Huh?
You have to end this properly.
Okay, time to do the damn story mode. Shit. Okay,
Here's exactly what happened.
let's hope there's no mistake in this part.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
There was the first one, there was her, and then there's Bakuga.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko.
She looks cute.
She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Which is what's the locker, of course.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room.
Was that three?
Next to arrive was Hiro.
Candy. Gunk.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime.
By using Toko's name.
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
But it doesn't look like that.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear,
she came out. She saw her name.
She jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
That's what she did, upside down.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes.
I'm pressing, there you go.
She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out.
So she grabbed that, knock her down,
and just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
Oh, she tried doing that.
She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece.
I thought she was like a full queen man.
And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
She can't be dead like that though.
So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Poison. Dun-dun.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture.
Shit.
And there, she took her final breath.
Why she? Oh, I can't believe she did that. That's when we saw her dead though, right?
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
We walked in.
We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
There was a bottle.
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Why didn't she?
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort...
Hina. Just look at you!
was you, Hina.
But at the end though, she didn't.
That's the full truth of the case.
In the end, she didn't. Hina, please calm down!
Took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
That's true though.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
True. That's true facts. So that's the end? Are we gonna witness a punishment again? Which I don't want to witness? B and C and A? What kind of grade is that? Then what's the final result of my grade? Oh, so I still got an A, thank God.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point.
Thank you!
Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Oh, you forgot?
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
You know, Monokuma sounds tired. And I'm glad he is, you know what? If there's a point that he is gonna give up and die, I hope he does. Please don't vote for Hina. Please. Good! Good! Don't! Jeez! They're good! If you vote for her, I would have cried if she got voted.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Rocky Soccer was Soccer herself.
My entire existence!
You seem fine. Okay, we're done here.
What?
So
what did you
that's
say?
the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you know what's happening? If that truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you, why would you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you punched her into the corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the one that died.
What?
Yeah, this is how me. You were gonna to take us all with you? We had to atone our sins because even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious, that's...
What is
You
this?
didn't understand? Then let me explain. Did you realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Just put it has been with the spice, so instead of just waiting to kill, I'll do it by my own hands. That's... I found the girl and found the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have been coming. It is why the Judge has attacked me. Someone got bad and stole out the nurse office. I went out of her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my
this!
closest friend got hurt. So Sakura, because of me, my friends are going all to kill each other. That is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She didn't think it was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet them. You asked me? You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't worry. See how dangerous this is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If you all get on you, it was even you.
Hina,
Please don't think of things like that. They're not your enemy.
they're friends.
Sakura. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
And yet... Damn. Her turned to sands and there she died. You tell her feelings and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't understand what is called a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she has to say. With asking the same question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive
Do you have any idea how expensive she was, seeing you act like that? This is what her suicide note means. So instead of just wanting to kill her, I'll do it by my own hands.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her. Sakura? What happened to you?
Hina,
You came. What about you? I'll help you out.
Hina,
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll bring you right back. That was the last question I had with her. I was such a glad to get a protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's what I realized. I saw that Soul has taken something from the person's shelf, Sakura, so I went back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, I was already too late. she was gone. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in! Please open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did you have to die? Why? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bleeds. If someone hurts her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect and suffer for it, and that's just out of the weight that she carried. And I didn't even realize it. No. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her corner and we murdered her.
Why?
I feel like I should have been allowed to live. And that's why you tried to let us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura tried hating all of us. I wanted to free her up for regrets, but even that got found out. In the end, I was able to do anything for her. I couldn't ever face all of that.
Hey! Hey!
I still live with the way we're about to do with the furniture's right.
Hey!
It's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. Did you really got the idea Sakura's actually thinking she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everyone just said nothing but your intuition, right? Your own opinion of what her still saying not meant.
What are you saying?
I'm finding what she's thinking. Cause her and me,
In other words,
what I'm trying to say is,
yes indeed!
don't you think the entire footage is shaky? It's really like this.
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep,
It seems like Sakura's suicide note. What? But Harina already.
too bad!
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. It was you.
True!
This is all what Sakura tells Harina to put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me? Oh, don't lie.
Unbelievable!
You sound so dirty. It's a bit.
Well now,
I can't help but to
now.
a little silver face virus. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little bitch!
Damn it!
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Pum, pum!
Did I fail to advise so I eventually picked up in the class trial? The class trials between you and Yolo. You were the one joking each other around.
Phew!
Hey, even the one half vigilant, I still wasn't able to find you guys.
Shing!
So what's the problem? Is the part of the first version? Okay, and scenes cut.
And
So then, what did you write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna
I
do?
told you, Act! For your belief, I shall read it on question mother. How was he? Nazi voice.
Hey!
Hey! Have you ever become curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving the note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold
Isn't this
on!
unfortunate? Killing yourself is just final, you know? You can never hear the rest of the story. The truth is also darkness. Give me the wheelies.
enough already.
Can you go with it, please?
Yes indeed!
Okay, geez. Let's talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, the sad to tell you, I hate to do this like this, but you need to know, this is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was the first night of the strange school that the master came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
Shit. That might not seem the point of the dojo, but my family was watched over 300 years
I
ago.
couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it.
Damn.
That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
That's when probably worried them to first murder what happened. Nothing that would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expect was the instant of selling Sayaka. At the point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold it up, to wait until we reach another settlement.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with each fail, trying selfless ways to stay alive, I saw with my own heart the mistake of stumbling into the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura had to fight?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because that inside the rival secret, which made everyone else hate her. Who decided to say the truth led straight to all of your hate for her? Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just small conic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that wasn't enough. That won't end with just expecting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me.
Damn, which is
exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal, though, suspiciously discriminatory. The master knew that everybody will accept it into someone murdering someone else. Like Hina, of course.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have, so I will to get the situation under control. To that fulfill the order I decided to do as the mastermind has committed. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the master plans that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my job will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. Then I'll die, the source of current amount, you all die with me. For that I'm ready to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I never had people like that in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura? Do you feel concerned? She didn't die hating us?
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose that to in order to protect the rest of us. Protect it so much, no more person could have done that.
However,
It was one took strength that made it possible. My heart.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you anything of this because I know you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can trust the mastermind's plans, if I can just keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. Then the part is that I chosen. That's the only way I left is assisting myself, and you can use no bring the class trial to quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I had to leave the rest of you. Please, talk to Bakura Tokyo on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plans while I'm alive, but I want you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through action not more. Hopefully they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what. Just survive.
This is heartwarming. My God, my heart.
But
This is... I don't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close, and still...
What are you gonna do?
It's like that totally pointless. She thought you guys would try to kill each other, but you always end up doing anyways. Thanks to you, huh? But that was no problem at all. It was because of a stupid belief that Rusty made the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves the one to blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead. She deserved it. Now then, let next one has been decided. What do you mean next one? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're the one tricking Hina that's the false suicide note. And plus, Sakura wasn't erased.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who needs to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. That's all because of a misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her, I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really matter because there was one need to destroy. It's you! Nobody else! Exactly!
What? What do you want?
What the fuck? You know how this is supposed to go?
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? The killing game is linked between all of you, all remember?
Hey!
Enemies each other! He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, Neighbor, you understand, don't you? This is life or death in each match. The only way to survive is to win. There can't be no doubt, but those are rules of the game. But here I am, bowing out of the game.
Naturally.
Sokka here was both willing to sacrifice their own lives and damage the value of the game. This time, I will appeal to other have cases outside the field of the game.
Don't make me repeat
There's no
myself.
point to present the game, which has lost the sense of excitement, which is why I'm no longer be participating in it. What is going on here? Now I have one thing to look forward to. I was thinking 100% point down to the one who thinks he can control me. But does this mean? Don't understand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless something if that's what you're thinking. Where Master goes, I go! And that's the lesson turned out to be a guy! Maybe I can catch on fire! Everyone!
Hey,
Well, now you can say that Sakura's death has no meaning.
Nyeh.
How boring! We can go to the contest. We'll have fun time!
What the
The
heck?
fun time? It'll be good for nothing back to get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's what you guys been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but somebody's technically the killer one, and she's dead! You're not gonna...
But
Is it me? No!
Wrong.
Please don't be Hina! Unhappy, no, just cause Becca is dead doesn't mean I can just sub over with Sue I want. I'll wait about the bell time one rule.
Listen
I
up!
just explain my special punch up and change the little ways.
Yahoo!
So I have a special punch of a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I'm so... very... What? What? Alter ego? No! I am speechless! More cool to the man, that's funny. Alter ego. Oh no! The song! Spaghetti Destroyer. Ah! My heart is absolutely broken! I don't want to watch! I don't want to watch! Please stop! He turns to a ball? I'm so confused! A Murakumo ball. Oh my god, that is so funny. It's so sad! Alter ego! This is... You!
Oh,
So good! You turned into a mobile hunk of junk!
Phew!
Oh, took it out of me. Maybe I'll go give it a pound of chicken. After all, you said a post-workout club. Chicken was on. And I thought the good goodness. Boy, you give me a break. The color smells suicide. Good around and wrong.
so,
I wonder how dangerous it could have been. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true, so it's okay. It is for the sake of everyone else. It won't be afraid. I think it's what Shay's do. The heart is so in my just great way going. The anger tries to fill it back, the mother and boiling over. The blood to my body quickly overflowed and shot out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with the laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with the basketball? Shut the hell up, you big fat bell bitch! It wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend! And you killed him! Is that what you call us him? What a sort of way with the thing. Even like laptops? Well, you can't call it whatever you want. I'm lying and got away. It was trying to flip things out of the sink and shake.
just as I
So
thought.
you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally, no, I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew she was listening to the laptop. I knew he was in the analyzed data. I knew somehow it was all gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you
You
thinking?
knew he was still cocky enough to let us take the plugs?
yep.
Well, I mean, then it was a laptop. I guess you could call it a gift for me to know.
Phew.
Or maybe Mark and Warren halfway came out to something it's so difficult.
Hey.
Because of the wicked the causes that the thing with me is just so too personal, so I have to do little, information.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else, so keep you winning it all out there. Also, you want to fight for us. You want to help at the risk of his own life. And all that, he was killed. Yeah, the budget was time to make the feel the billion times better.
Very nice.
Expect the millions dead and still in the swooning, and it makes me about to every know to come some more. No, that wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who had died so far, that's each to everyone have our own friends. They all make us stronger. I swear to God, somebody, you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you Superman! Like, just remember upset.
Well,
Give me a little close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
what?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there'll still be more left on Soko's note.
Huh?
Oh, come on! Do I have to touch it? Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hey, to tell you truly. Oh, thank you. They'll say I'll let you to the others. Hopefully they'll act a clue to help our own division of the school. What, a clue?
Hina.
I spoke with the members of one of the holders with that I've been there. So I learned one thing, which is the master has done something to us. I think that's they done is. Of course, but not a world of world. We have to do the territory.
Too bad.
Oh, I don't want to sponsor. What club is doing for today?
What?
I want to know too. Really? You can't just start the most important bit. We should bring one more trouble with him. I bet he's so mad and afraid, you know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's just to get back to all your horror you resolved. What about at least Sakura's note? I don't think we have it. What?
Too bad.
Suck for you losers. Wait, what's this?
What
is it now?
What?
This one's lying in the note. Huh? And let's just say that this to the master. I'm not going to just lay to die. I will fight you and you bastard number one, and this is seriously it. Huh? What a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. She fights you? Well, whatever. Who cares if she does such a machine has to say?
Well?
I'm out of here! Because trying to let you know, and maybe take some time. We'll just hurry up to school after this. Or do you want to go to graduate? Can you really cut free from the village and outside world? That's about it! Think loud, think hard! Those were hitting pretty hard with us before disappearing. But what was it all about? Sacrifice messaged her to clarify some of the mischief of the school. The mastermind did something to us. Kaku said something about that before, didn't she? It was like after the trial was over. True!
you?
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
Nani?
Hey,
Listen to me, what did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What were the things the mastermind did? What did the mastermind did to us? I wanna know too. I mean, did the mastermind plant the bomb in us or something? If it's gonna leave the school and it goes off, the bomb exploded? I've seen stuff like that in the movies and comics and stuff, so that's not totally underrated, but no, I feel awfully just thinking about it. I can't follow it out and do it like that.
Yo!
So the car is over, the buckle is gone.
But...
So now that we do,
Yes.
what else is there other than to head back up?
Oh
yeah, okay, let's head out here. But he doesn't still feel responsible. Dial back to the ego a bit, girl. I kind of wish you solved like the capacity was no threat.
Not
I
possible.
would never have thought that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kaku and Moko are the ones to figure everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously? Sorry. How did you have to plan to apologize? How about you make the last one? I'll reach the point where I need some apologies to meet for more than once.
sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? You just capture his flag?
No!
I guess that this is a soul who steps to the walls between us and master. Huh? Well, what are you talking about? Something not what's happening here. Why would we go for a slipper like him? Slays balls? Ah, you are doing like a ball if you're bald.
What the heck?
That's ball, call you a slice ball, cause you are a slice ball. I thought you still have a death wish. Oh, my belly scared? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No!
Hey, stop it, master! You're making me jealous. I want to Seuss gift and take me. I guess that's not easy to act like friends. Well, let's just look out first for now. Jeez. It's just complicated. I saw Sakura class shell cancer and we returned to the world host academy, but still wasn't even close to over. The kid marching calm. We all went back to our rooms before a long night stuck up on us. Oh, jeez! That tension going to pull out the door with all the down sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I felt so much in deep sleep, but the time it says this wasn't for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. A voice? Wah! Wake up! Wake up! Huh? The voice shocked me to deep slumber, the hazing depths, catching my eyes in the head. Oh, hey, Kyoko!
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Hey.
Huh? Kyoko?
If you're here to sleep with me, come cuddle with me. I don't mind cuddling.
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Yep. This is strange. In a flash, I was wide awake. Well, what are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door... It was unlocked. You're barely careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Anyways, you don't have to all go to like like that every time you're surprised. Well, what time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. 3 a.m.? Why is Cole waking me up this hour? Well, we can find this out in the next episode. Alright guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. That's like button if you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe today for more content like right here. Also, any questions, link comments below. Of course, you enjoy. And of course, see you in the next one. Bye!